Hey Vogue. Just kidding, this isn't Vogue. Hi everybody. Today I'm going to be going over the basic skincare routine that I had whenever I was on Accutane that got me through the whole process, and hopefully this will help you. So let's just jump right in. Hi, for background, my name is Kelly. I am currently 24 years old, and about a year ago I started Accutane. So I'm completely done with my treatment with Accutane within Clear Health. For the better half of my life, I had very treatment resistant acne, meaning I tried a lot of different topicals, non-prescriptions, and prescription medications for my acne, and none of it really ever helped until Accutane. I actually have a video right here with Clear Health as well, talking through all of my past treatments that I've done prior to Accutane and what worked and what didn't work. So feel free to check that out as well. Of course, this is a big disclaimer. This is not any sort of recommendation from a professional. I am merely a patient, and this was my personal patient experience. If you have any specific questions on skincare or your treatment plan or anything of that sort, please contact your dermatologist or healthcare provider directly, because they will be able to give you best advice. I'm just here talking about my past experience as a patient with Clear Health and talking about the skincare that worked for me. So with all that being said, let's get into it. And then of course in late 2022, I, being the big girl that I am, decided that I'm going to actually fix my acne now that I'm a ripe 23 at the time. So I went on about 5 months of Accutane. My dosage was 30 milligrams for the first month, and then months 2 through 5 were 60 milligrams. So just for reference, this was my super simple skincare routine that got me through 5 months of Accutane that turned my skin from this to this. And this is the skincare routine that got me through that. So let's just jump right on in. So right now it's currently 8:44 a.m. and I want to give the most accurate description. Whenever I get up, I usually rinse off my body, and then after that, I get ready for the day. So taking into consideration the most common side effect of Accutane is dry skin, I typically like to moisturize my body first, because my body will get really dry afterwards. One of the products that I've used for years and years and years now is Nivea. Most things that I've tried from Nivea are very good, and they've never irritated me, and they're very, very emollient as products. So after I get out of the shower, I squirt a couple of these on my body, and then I moisturize my arms, my legs, my neck, my décolleté, and then move on from there. Of course, if you feel like body lotion isn't of utmost priority for you, you can feel free to skip it. But one of my personal side effects was right after the shower, no matter how hot or cold or lukewarm the temperature of the water was, I always felt like a reptile crawling out of the shower every single time because my skin was so dry. So doing that whenever my skin was still damp from the shower was my first line of defense when it came to dry skin. My understanding, in the morning, the whole purpose of cleaning your face is to make sure that you have a solid, clean base foundation to put all of your other skincare on top of. So of course, like if you aren't really a sweaty sleeper, or if your environment's pretty clean and you don't feel the need to, do not feel the need to use the cleanser in the morning. A simple splash of water will suffice. Like that worked for me, I would say 85% of the time. But you know, sometimes if it's summer or an exceptionally hot night, I will typically go in with the cleanser just to make sure that all of the other things I put on my face aren't blocked by, you know, a layer of grime or sebum or anything that could have happened during the night. And the cleanser that I really like is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. This is very good. This is not the best because there is fragrance in it, and typically when you're looking for a cleanser, you want to avoid any sort of astringent or alcohol-based ingredients. So this worked for me. I kind of just kept repurchasing it. For daytime, step number 2. This may or may not apply to you. Depending on if you're feeling exceptionally dry or not, you might want to start your day off with a moisturizer. Moisturizer is kind of a given. Your skin's gonna be really dry and kind of irritated, so anything to soothe that level of irritation and dryness is key. The reason why I say it might be a maybe instead of a definite yes for your morning skincare routine, because sometimes you might feel that your sunscreen is emollient and moisturizing enough for your day to day. Today, I'm actually feeling a little sweaty because it's the middle of summer, so I'm not going to be using moisturizer, but this is one of my favorite all-time very basic moisturizers. This is the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. You can buy this anywhere, but I had a small size for a long time because I was just carrying this everywhere. I don't have it anymore, but I used to have a very large one from Costco that I would pump into this, and then I would take this small size everywhere I went in my purse. Because sometimes you never know. In the middle of the night, I might be like, man, my skin's really dry. The key things that you're looking for is very gentle, oil-free, non-cosmogenic, low to no fragrance, and things that generally just make your skin feel good. So you'll kind of know that at the time what feels and does not feel good. This is also like an industry standard. CeraVe and most CeraVe products are really good. Polish Choice is also really good. The Inky List is also really good. And of course, Cetaphil is also very good. You already know what's about to come. So step number 3 in your morning skincare routine, or possibly step number 1, would be of the most importance, sunscreen. This is the same sunscreen that I've used for years now. I love the Supergoop Play. I think the Play goes on really, really nicely. It kind of just goes on like a lotion. So I really appreciate that. Sometimes I won't recommend putting on moisturizer because certain sunscreens, like this one, will actually be emollient enough, so there wouldn't be a need to put on, you know, an extra layer of stuff on your skin. You could just do this. So I usually put way more than this, but I'm actually out. And then I rub it on my skin so that I have even coverage throughout. Something else that you can do throughout the day is reapply depending on if you are wearing makeup or not. So if you're not wearing makeup, ideally what I did was carry around a bunch of the small sizes so that it's in my purse whenever I'm out and about. I would reapply every hour or so. That's just best practice. I know that it's not super accessible for everybody, but another one that I really like, especially if you're a makeup wearer, is the Unseen sunscreen. I got a little one just to make sure I like it, but I like the Unseen sunscreen too. The difference is that it's a clear formula instead of the lotiony formula, but just like the other one, it goes on very, very lotiony. You want to moisturize, you want to make sure that your skin's really, really moisturized. Forehead is a big portion, like eyelids even, go in there. Sunscreen is so important on and off Accutane. So really making sure that you have a solid SPF with at least 30. These are 50. The Play has 50, and then the Unseen is 40. Here's some more that I recommend, but of course the basic ones that you can typically go for without fail would be the Cetaphil ones, the CeraVe ones. I also really like La Roche-Posay. One of their Anthelios lines is really good, but it's not nearly as moisturizing as the Supergoop. So if it's within your budget, I highly, highly, highly recommend the Supergoop ones. You can get them from the website or you can get them from Sephora, like sunscreen. Let's go to the next point. And lastly, you know what's about to come. You know what's about to come. The final step to a good skincare routine in the morning and in the evening and probably throughout the day will be some sort of ointment. I'm very pro Aquaphor. I've been pro Aquaphor since the beginning. Aquaphor is awesome. It's an ointment that's great for dry and cracked skin. So this is super multi-purposeful. Let me demonstrate. And the great thing about Aquaphor is that you can get a big one like this to keep at home. And then you can get like 50 different small ones to just keep on you during the day. This is great as an emollient. This is great as an ointment. This is great as lip balm. This is great for your nails if you're starting to get hangnails, which I got a ton of hangnails for some reason. This is great. And let me demonstrate what I mean by that. So first, whenever I finish through the day, I take a little bit like that, just like that much. And then I put it on my lips. Once it's on your lips, you can also focus it on the cracks of your lips, because I can't speak for other people, but for me, I had a ton of cracked lip problems. And it's long lasting, doesn't taste like anything, preservative free, fragrance free, even to this day, post Accutane. It's awesome. I love Aquaphor. Like I said, another place you can put it would be like, let's say you have, so I have this pimple right here, right? Let's just say that that pimple is really causing you a lot of irritation. What you can do is you can take, again, a little bit of Aquaphor and just slap it on there. And it smooths it down, and I feel like it calms it down. I know for some people it might actually make it worse, but for me it was really soothing, because me trying to put any sort of like makeup to cover it up, it just wouldn't stick because it's just too dry. But putting a little bit of Aquaphor on it really helps. Just a pro makeup tip. I'm just kidding, I'm not a professional at all. You should see the way I put on makeup, it's not that good. One last crazy trick is to add a little bit, right? Take a little bit, and then if you just do this with your hands, just like rub it against there, like your fingertips. Because again, this might just have been a personal problem, but underneath my fingernails were so dry. Just like a bunch of places in my body that I've never noticed before were so dry. So do what you can. Ointment's awesome. It goes everywhere. If you have a really dry patch, you can put it on there. If you have like lip crack problems, you can put it on there. Your whole lip, put it on there. But you know what? You'll feel great. And that's ultimately that matters. Ointment, Aquaphor. Keep extras everywhere. I'm done with Accutane and I still use this as lip balm. It's awesome. It's great. Highly recommend. Aquaphor. You can also use Vaseline, but I like the slip that Aquaphor has that Vaseline does not. Personal preference, get an ointment, that's your lip treatment, and that's it. Now, if you're someone who doesn't wear makeup, you can just go on about your day. You're sunscreened up, you're moisturized. You might have put on some moisturizer, you might have not, whatever feels good, and then keep small versions of everything to reapply on your person as the day goes on. Now, I'm going to put on my makeup and I'll see you at the end of the day.